Welcome back to my half-scale T-800 from Agora models. This is pack 11 and there are only 6 more stages to complete the model. For stage 101 we attach the left foot and begin construction on the chest. Stage 102 sees more detail to the head and panels and springs to the chest. Stage 103, the chest assembly is put in place and attached to tube details. For stage 104, glue the chest supports into place and assemble the large back panel. Stage 105, fit the back panel detail and attach shoulder connectors. Stage 106, install the circuit board and fit the cables. And that's that, the model is complete. Now I'll start modding the base as I think it's just too plasticky. I get what they were going for, the blue filter, but I don't think it works. Some of the pieces are fine, but the likes of the skull will need to be redone and the base itself is too flat. First off the skull, and I'll spray it in off-white and then coat it in a dark grey wash, and same with the spinal piece. The pipes could be a bit more rusty, so I've mixed some rust and sand weathering powder with decal fix and applied with a sponge. I also want to add some barbed wire, take some craft wire and twist it with a drill. Then with the pliers, go one loop over the pliers, then wrap around the wire around 4 or 5 times, then repeat over the pliers, and so on until the length is done. Then, snip off the top of each loop just created, leaving you with a very simple barbed wire effect. Now I'm using the rust weathering powder with decal fix again and I'll paint the wire. I'll start the base by adding the 2 rocks, then spread a generous amount of wood glue around the flat areas. I always use a wood glue that dries clear. Now I'll pour some fine grain over the glue, this will give a nice bit of texture to the area. And do it for the other 3 pieces as well. Join the pieces together and cover the joins. I'll start with a black green, then mid grey for the rocks, black for shadows and around the base, then some faded yellow and finish it off with a dark grey wash. Before I attach the spotlights, I use the rust powder with decal fix so it'll act like a paint and dab it on with a piece of sponge, giving a rusted effect. Because I got the power mod from Model Mods, I'm not using any of the battery packs. Fit the circuit board, plug in the spotlights and speaker, attach the DC connector, and then this cable runs up the length of the model and attaches into the back of the skull to light the eyes. I'm also going to add a wall. I use standard foam board to mimic the thickness of a brick. I use 3 boards glued together. First of all, measure the brick lines. I'm doing them a little smaller than half scale just because I want to see more bricks. Take a crumpled up piece of tinfoil and dab along, which gives the rough effect. I also cut out certain bricks and for some purposely uneven. The colours I'll use for the brick walls are light and dark browns and faded yellows, and I'll randomly spray in the areas. I'm not cleaning the brush by the way between colours. I then applied black weathering at the grouting. take a damp sponge and clean it up. I made a Big Jeff's poster for the wall. Big Jeff's, by the way, if you haven't seen the film 1,000 times, is where Sarah Connor worked as a waitress in the first film. Printed it on with decal paper and I put it on with decal fix so the decal will sink into the wall grouting. And that's it. So 11 months well spent. Really enjoyed this and love the way it turned out. I hope the tumbler from Hachette Partworks comes to fruition, or indeed we ever get to finish the Enterprise D, whichever one is next. Until then, hailing frequencies closed. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell too. Thank you.